I'm Sara from the Post Road Library. Fall is a great time to get outdoors in Georgia and go camping, and the library can help you do that with the Georgia State Parks Pass. This is an item you can check out from the library, and it will give you your parking fee. It will cover your $5 parking fee for any state park you might visit. Also, it gets you admission for two to any historic site. This is an item you can put on hold so you're able to plan ahead and then check out for a duration of 7 days. We also have a lot of books on camping at the library, many resources about where you might want to go, what there is to see, what you might need, and what there is to do. When I plan my camping, I break it down to 4 basic elements: food, water, shelter, and fire. For food, I'm going to bring a cooler and some groceries, just like I would a picnic, and I'm going to plan to keep them in my car overnight. And that way, no animals invade my sight while I'm sleeping. I also like to bring at least one cold meal, sandwiches or rotisserie chicken, something that I can eat in case I can't get that fire started. For water, bring enough drinking water for your family. There may be water at your campsite, but it may be mostly for dishwashing and hand washing. It may not be water you want to drink. Most state park sites are geared for car camping, where you just drive up and unload your gear and camp next to your car. This makes it easier when planning because you can carry a big cooler, you can carry the soft bedding you might need to be comfortable. You're not worried about backpacking and carrying everything with you. Most sites have electric, and so you can bring a cord, charge your phone, or use a fan, or even use an electric tea kettle in the morning for your morning coffee. When my family goes camping, we don't let the dirt bother us. We're going to wear clothes that we know can get a little dirty and it won't matter. But you might be concerned about how are you going to clean up? Well, there's probably water at your site for dishwashing, hand washing, maybe rinsing off some gear. But most state parks have showers available. Some even have laundry facility. So you definitely want to bring your shower toiletries, towels. You probably want to bring a clothesline so you can hang that wet towel up when you're done, and maybe shower shoes. For shelter, most first-timers bring a tent. Be sure to get a tent that's big enough for your family. When tents are sized, they often say they sleep 4 to 6 people, but they really mean side by side, covering the floor of the tent with no room for gear. So if you want to have a little breathing room, maybe be more comfortable, then be sure and size up on your tent. Also, bring bedding that is comfortable and warm enough. You want to bring a cot or a sleeping pad, maybe an air mattress, something so that that first night sleeping out under the stars won't be your last. When you get your new tent, be sure to set it up at home before you take it out camping. That way you're not stuck without shelter overnight. It's important to stake your tent down, and you might need a mallet because some surfaces are really hard to hammer that stake into. This one also has a pull loop, so that when it comes time to tear down camp, I can just pull up on the stake and pull it out of the ground. And now I'm going to set up this tent. don't forget the rain fly, unless you want to wake up with morning dew on you. Even those of us who've done this dozens of times can't compete with the wind. It's nice to have help setting up your tent. One of the most enjoyable things about camping is sitting around the fire with your family and friends. Every site is going to come with a fire ring or fire pit, and many of them have a built-in cooking grate. This site, however, has a grill on the other side of the pad that's built in. So I had to bring my tripod cooker, which is a grate that is adjustable in height, and I can grill directly on it, or I can put my pots and pans and kettle on there and lower it or raise it over the fire to adjust the heat. It's very important to buy local wood. You want to burn it where you buy it. When we move wood from region to region, we can transport tree disease, pests, invasive species. So it's important to respect the forest and burn it where you buy it. Most campgrounds are going to sell it on site, or the gas stations and stores nearby will also carry it. I started this fire with a fire starter cube and some crumpled paper. And just to be doubly sure, I took my knife and I cut some tinder from my log. It caught, the logs have caught, and so I've got a good fire going. If you ever have trouble with your fire, you could always reach out to the camp host. There's always a host at every campground who can help with things like that. But this fire will be good to cook on very shortly. Safety is important when camping. Make sure you bring a basic first aid kit and any medicines that you might need. Watch children around the fire at all times. Stay on the trail or at your site, or you might run into poison ivy, dangerous terrain, or even bears in North Georgia. Make sure to bring bug and sun protection if it's that season. Check the weather and be prepared. You don't want cold or rain to ruin a nice trip. Well, that's the basics. Next time you plan a long weekend, consider camping. Get yourself some gear, plan where you want to go, and be sure and hit the library for a Georgia State Parks pass. Happy camping!